Wait, did we start? Are we started?
Shut up, Jeff.
Welcome to Democracy Now! I'm your host, Jeff Sheed, with my guest, Zach Swan.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello there, Zach.
Hey, Jeff. How's it going?
Good, and you're joined by our video editor, Wilfred.
Here, why don't you introduce our new format?
The new format is
new
I
thing that we're
interview the
doing.
guests, and our video editor hangs out and laughs at my jokes.
All right, go for it.
All right. So, Zach, I hear you're constipated.
Yeah, having a little trouble in the old poop department.
What do you think it is?
Oh, probably.
By the way, we're also probably going to cut out that intro part.
All right,
'cause
that's fine.
No,
You don't
we're
have
going to
to-
keep it.
it just...
You're ruining the format, Wilfred. You're supposed to sit, listen, and laugh.
As the video editor, I'm going to edit that out.
No.
Do you think it's something you ate?
I think it's a combination of not eating enough fiber,
Uh-huh.
vegetables, and fruit, and
yeah.
stress.
What about you try smoking cigarettes?
No, I haven't
It'll also
tried
make you
smoking a
poop.
cigarette. Yeah, I gotta get some cigarettes.
Get some cigarettes and a black coffee.
Yeah.
Light me up. I had a black coffee this morning. Usually that'll do it.
Yeah, you got to get a cigarette in there.
We took, when we went to Italy, we took laxatives
Oh
because we were real blocked up.
Yeah.
And
Ew.
and
What?
they worked crazy.
What do you
like,
mean we took laxatives?
Me and all of Italy.
Wait, you and your girlfriend?
Yeah,
You were both
we were
full
blocked
of
up.
poop? From
We were blocked
what?
up from because you get blocked up from flying too much. You know,
No, you don't.
we were.
If
Jeff.
anything, I get all gassy and rip huge farts when we land.
I do rip farts during the flight. 'Cause
Oh, well, of course.
no one can hear.
No one can hear.
There's no fart that's loud enough.
No. And then the air suctions it out. It
Yeah.
filters it out real quick anyways.
Yeah,
It's totally fine.
I fart my ass off.
Yeah, you got to get down.
Yeah.
Yeah, do a headstand for your asshole on that little nozzle.
It's
Yeah.
more polite that
Yeah.
way.
And then it sends it to A19 or whatever.
Throw the fart up into there. So, Zach, you're constipated. You don't know what you're going to do. How long has it been going for?
Oh, just 2 days. I'm careful though
You
now.
ever shit in
'cause-
2 days?
No, well, I went yesterday and I was hoping to go again today.
Little
but
pebbles.
if I don't get it out in the morning, it's not happening. So,
You want me to put my mouth on there and suck it out?
well, let's see. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll put my mouth on your mouth and I'll
Yeah.
blow, and then Jeff will be on the other side.
Yeah, it'd be like we're siphoning gas.
Like a double. Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
the effect.
Try to create a wind tunnel.
We'll try that first. Then, if that doesn't work, cigarettes.
Yeah, then cigarettes.
Yeah, it's like when you open 2 windows in your apartment and then a good wind flow comes through.
Yeah, we'll do that for your posterior end.
That's right. That's good. I
I can't believe
wait.
you guys both got backed up on the plane.
Yeah,
How do you make love after knowing that?
we didn't. But the first day, I thought that the laxatives weren't going to work for 8, 12 hours, something like that. They worked immediately.
Really?
We went on like a 20-minute walk, and I was like, we got to go home.
Oh, God.
Whoa, really?
And then we went to this restaurant that was like probably half a block from our Airbnb. We sat down, and before we ordered, I was like, I got to go home. And then I went back to the Airbnb to take a shit.
Oh, my
and
God, bro.
Stained the hell out of that porcelain.
Real paint job.
They don't
call it?
have... Sorry.
Oh, you said stain?
Yeah.
Ew.
They don't have enough water in Italian toilets.
Well, yeah, because they're not used to big American dumps.
Yeah, they're not ready for what we got.
Yeah. Big American dumps are pretty powerful and processed.
Mm-hmm.
Very processed dumps.
All plastic coming
Yeah.
out.
It's probably why Zach can't go. He's full of plastic.
Too much processed preservatives.
Yeah.
You probably
All
got a
that.
bunch of microplastics clogging up your bunghole.
I can't help it. I love those microplastics.
We all got a credit card in us. That's what they say.
Oh, full credit card.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah, if you sucked all the little microplastics out of your body, you'd probably get about a credit card.
Hmm.
Mm.
Isn't that interesting?
You took that jizz test, right?
Jesus, Wilfred?
There's a test.
Act
Did you
like
take that?
that.
There's a
No.
test that a bunch of comics were taking at NYU
This is like
because
a
you make
couple years ago.
$75 for and they get to test your jizz.
Mm.
All right, your
and-
seed.
And my seed, the thing is, they were supposed to test it for microplastics,
Well, that's what the study was for.
but they didn't tell us any of the
Well, because it
feedback.
was part of a whole thing.
Yeah.
They were taking our samples to see how much microplastics was in like
But I thought that they were.
seed.
Only comedians jizz. Though?
Yeah.
That's all they're.
I mean, they just got a lot of comedians, which probably skewed the results.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of alcoholics. But they were trying to see if there was plastic in.
But I had some good stuff.
Nice, but
I had good stuff. The only critique of my seed was that there wasn't enough, and that's because you weren't supposed to whack off for like. It was at least 48 hours or up to a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I like was really
You couldn't hit that window.
I was right by the buzzer.
So you gave them a small amount.
I gave him a small sample.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I had to pinch it off.
You're like,
Finish off in the toilet.
This cup is too tiny. That stings. That'll sting. Especially if you got plastic in there.
Yeah, that stings. I didn't think it was gonna be so much.
How do you? Did you have to like jizz downwards? That's like bend it down to get it into the cup.
Yeah.
That's awkward.
No, you just do a handstand. The only thing they said about mine was it was too sweet. It was too sweet. And I was like, give me that. That's not that sweet.
You can't help it.
Let me taste that.
Yeah. I was like, that's barely sweet.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about when I had to pee in a cup? Like when I was like a teenager? Like I didn't know. First, I didn't think in my brain, pee in the cup, right? Get some pee in there, and then just pee in the toilet and flush it. I peed. The cup got full. I went, uh-oh, and I dumped a little out. Then I peed back more, filled it. Oh, I had to do like 2 or 3 times. I kept filling it up, then dumping it into the toilet.
That's probably a good test sample though.
Probably there's a lot of pee in there.
Yeah.
And
Probably got all over the
recent
cup.
pee.
It
It wasn't just the first part of the pee.
Yeah.
It's every section.
I just took a test, a little piss test from my doctor, and it took him like a week and a half to get back to me. And I was like, did he just not? He just had me pee in a cup and not test it?
Maybe.
He just wanted to sniff it.
What was he testing it for?
All the stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you pregnant?
No.
What if that's how you found out?
I think it was for like, I don't know what the pee was for, or I guess like prostate or any like, I was worried that I was peeing too much.
Okay.
And then he told me the reason why that happens is because I'm drinking too much water.
You're overhydrating.
I'm overhydrating.
Well, that and you're an old man. Are you waking up in the middle of the night to go pee?
Yeah, of course.
How many times?
I think I've got it down to 1 now.
Oh, he's got it down to
I'm the same. One time a night though, but I got small bladder.
You
tiny
wake up in the
bladder.
middle of the night to go pee?
Yeah, often.
Oh, he's got his little candle and his night hat on. Oh, I gotta pee in the middle of the night.
Well, you hold it in like a man?
Yeah. Then I wake up and I pee for 14 minutes.
I got a tiny bladder. I've always had to pee. I wet the bed when I was little growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
That's nice.
I didn't care though.
What do you mean you didn't care?
Well, my friend, like my best friend's mom, I was sleeping over at their house, and my mom had given her like the pull-ups, like when we were 8 or something, you know, like so in case you wet yourself, it wouldn't get everywhere. And
Wait,
so,
you were wearing pull-ups at 8?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa.
7 or 8, I
Oh,
think.
my Lord.
Maybe younger.
Oh, you
maybe
sweet,
younger.
sweet child.
Hey, I have a really small bladder, and I slept really deeply back then. Now
I don't know if
don't.
that's a small
Whoa.
bladder.
I was peeing the bed when I was like 6, 7,
8?
maybe 8, and they.
What grade were you in?
I don't remember how old. What
Yeah.
grade are you? It's
When does high
second,
school start?
first, second grade, maybe.
I think that's like what?
That's 7. That's 7.
Yeah,
6.
that's 6 or
Kindergarten's
7.
5.
Yeah, 7,
first
8.
is 6.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. First is 6. Yeah, probably first, second grade, and then like, I was at my friend's house, and my friend's mom was like trying to discreetly like call me up from the basement where
put your
where we
little
were all
diapers on?
playing. Yeah, she's like, Zach, come up here, and then she said like, I didn't care. I was just like, hold on, guys, got to go put on my pull-ups. Got to go.
Oh my God! What a loser!
Yep. Big
Sorry, guys.
time
Got a bunch
loser.
of diapers to.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I gotta go put on my child diapers.
Trust me, we're all better off if I go do this.
Oh my God!
Did you do it? Did you whiz in the pull-ups? Do you recall?
I don't remember if I did that time.
What, did sometimes you pull them down and whizzed? And pull them back up?
in the bed.
In the bathroom, yeah, controlled.
How often do you think you were peeing? How often do you think you were peeing the bed?
I would say probably maybe once a week or something.
Oh, wow.
Once a week?
I think. I don't know.
Jeez, Zach.
I was just like, I used to sleep like I was like knocked out. Just couldn't wake me up for anything. That's why I was doing it. They're like, you just need to wake up.
I didn't know any of the kids that wore the pull-ups, but I remember seeing the commercials thinking like these must be for weirdos.
Yeah, I was a weirdo.
Yeah. And you were one of them.
I was a weirdo.
Did you wear them, Wilfred?
No.
Yeah, of course not. Regular guys.
Regular guys.
Holding our pee.
Yeah.
Learn how to use the toilet.
I had to learn.
Holding our pee like real men.
Had to learn.
What confused you about the toilet?
No confusion. There was no decision made. I would wake up and I'd be like, fuck, or whatever.
So the pull-ups were all for the bed.
Are you waking up mid-piss or?
No, I'd wake up and it'd be soaked. Everything would be wet.
Oh,
But you would never pee your pants outside.
No.
Of the bed.
Just asleep. Only when I'm asleep.
Are you still a deep sleeper like that?
No, I'm not so deep. Sometimes. It all depends.
What do you mean? Depends on what? When you're blackout?
Depends on, if you're drinking, you probably sleep a little deeper. Sometimes if you're more tired, I'll sleep. It all depends. It's all. Sometimes I'll wake up, somebody's stirring. Sometimes I'll wake up like my fiance's gone, and I'll be like, oh, she's gone.
So
sorry, I hit the sign.
A few months ago, I thought I had one of those dreams where I was peeing in the dream, which is usually bad news.
Yeah.
You like. Usually you'll be like having to pee and trying to figure out where to go, and then you wake up and like, oh, I got to really take a piss. This time I was already pissing.
Uh-oh.
Bad news.
Big trouble.
And turns out I was having a wet dream.
Didn't have to pee.
Yeah, I blasted my shorts.
Ew, Wilfred. Oh, my Lord. This is when you were alone? Nobody in bed with you.
Teresa was on the other side of the bed.
Oh, she was in there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did she notice? Did she wake up?
No, I discreetly changed my shorts.
Did she?
Well played.
Did you tell her? Did you ever find out?
When she listens to this episode, she will.
She doesn't know? I'd be so why she like dumps you. How dare you bust next to me?
Bust without me involved.
Yeah. You can't just lay next to somebody and just bust in your pants. I think that's sexual assault.
Something.
That's something.
Perhaps misconduct
That's
at the
definitely
least.
something.
Some
Is
sort
that a
of
Me Too
misconduct.
movement if you have a wet dream next to a person?
I don't know.
I would, you know what? If the other person was like, it's fucked up he did that,
Yeah.
I'd be like, sure, I'm with you.
Yeah.
If Wilfred, if you go camping with say you go camping with a group of people and you get stuck, I got to share a tent with this lady, and then you bust. Bro, we're all turning on you.
Yeah, that is cheating.
I think it's easy to get away with, though. I think it's easy. No one would know. Nobody would know.
She comes out of the tent in the morning. She goes, everyone, look at this dude's underwear. You'd be like, oh, my God. Wilfred, you got to go.
Yeah, Wilfred, that's the smallest amount of cum I've ever seen.
Wilfred, did you just bust next to her last night? You got to go. I don't care if you were conscious or not.
That would be a good move if you're like a Louis C.K. type, who needs to whack off in front of a lady. What you do is you just stand by the door and have a wet dream. Yeah.
Standing wet dream.
Yeah, a standing wet dream. You have to stand, fall asleep.
Dream standing
Time
up.
it brightly.
Oh, wait, stay right there.
Yeah, I gotta sleep. I don't think anything good happens when it happens in your sleep. I guess you get a weird dream of peeing.
Yeah.
I feel like people do it from having sex dreams, which I never have, but people have sex dreams.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's not
Do you dream?
Yeah. Very frightening, anxiety-filled dreams.
Oh, no,
Oh, really?
what's happening?
All kinds of crazy shit. I'm
Like
getting
what?
lost. Somebody won't give me my ID back or something. Like people they're always refusing something. And I'm just like, I'm so mad. I'm like, please give it to me for God's sakes. It's mine. And they're like, nope, blah 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 blah. And then I
Every
wake
dream
up
is
like breathing.
You like, oh, if only you wake up like, if only I could learn how to speak up for myself.
No, I'm yelling at the guy in the dream. I'm demanding the thing, and they won't do whatever I need them to do. And
Most of your dreams are people refusing to give you things.
Yeah, I'm like,
What do you think that means?
I don't know.
Dr. Wilfred, what do you think? He's having these anxiety-riddling dreams. Can I get my ID? No, you can't have this.
Well, it sounds like something's being held. You're holding you back, or being held back from you. What do you desire?
Nothing.
You desire nothing.
I have everything I desire.
Oh. No, sounds like you want something.
No, I want.
I can't seem to get it.
I'm trying to be less rage filled. I get rage
really?
at strangers. If like they don't like proper subway etiquette, that kind of thing. Like they're leaning against the pole, blocking you, and you're like, get the fuck out of my way.
You know what I've been going through lately? Just crying randomly.
In your dreams?
Not randomly, but like in real life while like watching a movie.
Or Wilfred.
Yesterday.
What's happening?
Jeff couldn't go to this concert.
Oh yeah, how was that?
So Jeff got these tickets to this concert.
I bought them a couple weeks ago, or like a week ago.
Beautiful concert.
Was it?
What was the concert?
It was.
It was a quartet, a string quartet, doing music from Bridgerton. So it was like them doing classical versions of pop songs.
Okay.
Pretty much. And it was at this church. All the lights were off. No one was allowed to have their phones out, which was really cool.
Oh, this would have been great.
And it was candle lights all around the stage.
Oh,
it's like 1,000 candle lights.
Very cool.
And it was very beautiful.
Nice.
Jeff gave us the tickets because him and his wife were fighting.
Yeah, she said she didn't want to go. And I was like, what the hell?
And Jeff, these were the worst tickets to the best show. Do you want to see? That was my view.
Well, let me see.
Well, how were you able to get your phone out if no phones are allowed?
They said you can only take a picture or a video during the last song.
Ah, I see.
Oh.
So that's my view.
Okay. It's not, you can see some candles in there.
You couldn't see any of the performers.
But if you stood up, you could have saw some.
But it was very beautiful, and I was just like crying during some of the songs.
Oh my God!
I was like, "What's going on with me?"
You can't be crying on the tickets I bought.
Why not?
That's gay,
why
bro.
can't he be moved?
No.
He can be moved by beautiful
music.
Yeah,
that's gay, brother.
There were 4 people
can't cry
playing
on another man's tickets.
They're playing strings, and I cried during "Shine Bright Like a Diamond."
The cello.
I felt it too. That's what I felt last night.
Yeah.
I was like, I think a buddy of mine is crying on my dime.
You're like, I don't like that.
Yeah, something doesn't feel right. Something feels kind of weird and gay. I think a friend of mine is crying.
All right, I think we got to get into this YouTube video that we were gonna watch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because we're already 20 minutes in. That was the new format that I was hoping that you would introduce.
What?
That we're watching YouTube videos.
Oh yes.
Go ahead. Go introduce what we're doing.
We're watching YouTube videos and then discussing.
Yes. So if you want to watch along with us, this is from the YouTube channel Search Party, and the video is "Why Manchester City's Scandal is Really About Power." Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna have the link in the description as well. So Zach, you have not watched this.
I've not.
It's kind of funny to talk about this after all the poop and cum and gay stuff we just talked about.
That stuff's all really about power too. So it's all connected.
Yeah,
it's all about power.
You got to be real powerful to get your shit out.
Zach's not very powerful.
We can tell.
I'm building my power.
You just gotta push real hard.
He's harnessing his power. He's keeping it all in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What happens if you push too hard?
You
Can
get
something pop?
You can get a hemorrhoid.
Yeah. Bad things can happen. You're not supposed to really push hard.
You're not supposed to push at all.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to push at all.
You're supposed to let it slide out.
Ew, I push.
Well, that's bad.
Well, I can't just not push.
Why? Because it's just your nature.
I'm a little drum down there.
It's your nature to just shove things out your ass.
I gotta push. Things don't fall out.
You gotta let things fall out.
Things don't fall out of me.
You gotta push some, but I mean, you're supposed to not push as much as
you can.
as
I'd say you can push initially, and just like get the little.
You gotta do a starter push.
You get the turtle head out, but the rest of it should just slide.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't.
Anyways,
push everything.
What the hell you were implying?
All right, let's get into this.
Oh yeah.
I want to show you what I think could be some of the most important 90 seconds in football history. It's the final minutes of the final day of the 2012 English Premier League season. The score's tied, but this team, Manchester City, really needs a goal.
Did you watch this game? Do you recall this game?
QPR? No. Is this 2 years ago? This QPR. It's got to be
This is
years.
This is years ago.
Yeah,
it's
a long time
2012.
ago.
Yeah. But you started around watching Premier League
Around
then.
2013, 2014.
Okay.
It's QPR.
Queens Park Rangers. They haven't been in the Premier League for a while.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways.
Queens Park Rangers.
The City could go and score here and win the league with just about the last kick of the season.
But there wasn't much time.
And there are 2 minutes to play.
A Manchester City player finds striker Sergio Aguero, who pushes upfield, passes, then makes a desperate dash to the goal.
Aguero! Staggering! Just staggering! He's won the league!
Did you know that it's a red card to take off your shirt, or it's a yellow card to
yeah.
take off your shirt?
Yellow card offense.
Yeah. That's not good.
It's the moment City began to change football. This club would go on to win every trophy available, assemble the most expensive squads ever seen, and create a new kind of organization that spans the globe, all in a little more than a decade. Love them or hate them, Manchester City deserves a lot of credit for achieving what few, if any, clubs have done before, unless it was cheating. It's about to exist.
Oh. Sorry, I don't pay for YouTube.
Oh my God, a commercial. Ew.
That's a good time to reflect.
Oh my God.
I mean, they definitely cheated. They just have enough money to.
So you're
on that.
aware of the 115 scandals.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
So a lot of people like on the Reddits have been. They call Manchester City 115 FC because they have 115 breaches of what's it, FFP?
Yeah, financial fair play.
Yeah.
They've spent more than they've made
Yes.
revenue-wise, or they've found ways to increase their revenue. You see.
But yeah,
that's fine though, right?
no,
Isn't that illegal or is that bad? You can't do
bad,
that.
bad.
Well, how can they have all these fines but nothing changed?
They're just tying it up in court. Like they have unlimited money to pay for lawyers from the UAE oil
Yeah.
money. They just pay lawyers to be like, actually, we don't have to do that. We don't have to turn over any documentation to you. And then
So
that
they're
gets
just dragging
delayed
this all out. But
years. Yeah, it's been dragged out years.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You can do that in sports? I don't feel like you can do that in the NFL.
Well, that's the difference between the salary cap system. That's
Yeah.
like a franchise salary cap. So there's no you can't get relegated from the NFL, but you can get promoted and relegated from the English soccer system.
Uh-huh.
And so a small club worth $1 million and a giant club worth $5 billion can be in the same league. And there's no salary cap, but the rule is you just can't spend more than you
earn.
make in a given year or
But
2
the-
years or
But
something.
the things you earn, I mean, we are kind of covering this entire video. The things you earn, the way to earn is, ticket sales and sponsorships.
Okay.
And so there's no real cap to how much you can earn.
So if they're with the UAE, can't the UAE just sponsor them?
That's the thing is they own multiple clubs. They own the business that's sponsoring them. So they said, we sold our shirt sponsor for X number of millions of dollars, way more than it should be, to boost their own revenue and allow them to spend more money.
Okay.
Man, I think we just covered
Sorry.
the entire video.
Should I just?
No, but I mean, it's good that you know about this stuff.
So it's kind of like baseball. Aren't the Yankees like that? Don't the Yankees spend more than anybody else?
Yeah, but they're in a revenue sharing system in the Major League Baseball. So they
Who explained that to me?
so all the ticket sales and the TV money gets shared
Evenly.
between the Padres share with the Yankees. So if the Yankees make all the money, that gets distributed to the different.
So how come the Yankees
franchises.
always have people say they buy World Series or they buy stuff?
Because I think there's not as much of a spending cap as it is just they share the money coming in, so they don't mind as much that the Yankees win all the time.
Is there a salary cap in MLB?
I think so.
So the Yankees get to share the same amount of money as everybody else, but then they get bonus money?
No salary cap.
Oh, yeah, okay, so there's no salary cap, but You get a luxury tax like in the NBA.
Which is what?
Is a punishment for teams that spend too much money.
Oh, so they get a slap on the wrist.
Oh, okay, yeah. But if you can afford it, then you might as well just keep going for it.
Yeah, that's like the bars that like will just like take the smoking inside tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, really? They'll just. That's why you can do that, because they'll just be like, yeah, if they ticket us, we'll just pay it.
Yeah, they
Really?
just pay they'll just pay the fine.
What bars?
I don't know around here. There was one in Chicago.
Oh.
It was like you go in there and just everyone was smoking.
Just rip a cig?
Just ripping cigs. And we were like, what the? And they're like, yeah, they just pay the fine.
Huh.
Right.
But it's so popular because you can smoke in here. Everybody comes here anyways.
It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they end up making
Anyways,
money.
should we keep watching this? I don't know.
What?
This video?
Yeah, may as well.
100 counts of violating finance rules.
During every one of the 14 full seasons, if found guilty, the sanction could be unprecedented.
It's the world's most popular league versus the world's most dominant club. And I'm going to show you what Manchester City is accused of, how a bunch of hacked emails could be the smoking gun, and how the consequences go far beyond the sport.
We know that the UK government's worried about this. The embassies are asking, how's the case going? The stakes are incredibly high.
Oh. All right.
I'm already starting to question this whole format of a podcast.
You don't like it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I didn't know you were going to be playing it with the microphone at it.
What did you think I was going to do?
I thought we were all going to watch it beforehand and then discuss.
Oh, I guess we could do that.
I mean, I watched it already. Zach seems to know everything.
I didn't watch it, but I'm very familiar with this case because
then we can
I hate
stop
Man
talking.
City.
We can stop watching it.
Well, I didn't know you wanted to watch it.
I didn't know. I thought that's what we were talking about
No.
in the text.
I thought we would just watch it beforehand. I didn't know we watch it on currently.
All right. Then I mean, Zach knows everything, so we can talk about what we saw.
What's the end of it? Go to the end.
Where, like, all the way here?
Yeah. Go to that bit where.
That little hump?
Yeah, that little hump. Let's see what they're saying now.
For two other clubs recently found guilty of violating FFP.
Sure.
But City is accused of doing far more than them,
Oh.
leading some to wonder whether they could be expelled from the Premier League.
What do you think, Zach?
No way in hell they'll get expelled.
Yeah, there's no way because
they have enough money.
They also have too many. They make too much money for the Premier League.
Oh,
They
okay.
should be relegated, I think. Basically, like those two clubs are talking about, Everton and who's the other one? That just got docked. Everton and was it Nottingham?
Everton.
Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham. We just watched. They got docked like 10 points apiece or a few points apiece. And but
that?
what happens is the league comes to your club and is like, hey, give us these documents because we believe you've made an error. And they say, yeah, okay, look at the documents. Maybe we made an error. And they're like, okay, you made an error, but since you're transparent with it, we'll lower the penalty. You gave us the documents. With City, they asked them for documents for their 115 charges. City like had enough lawyers, was like, oh, we don't have to give you anything according to the UK law. We don't have to give you. So they're just refusing to even hand over other stuff. So then the league went to the court and tried to get the judge to force them to turn over the documents, and then that's getting appealed, and the judge. So they still haven't even turned over their documents because they have enough money to just last it out.
What?
Oh, that's cool. But the other teams didn't have enough money.
No, they don't have enough money.
But a lot-
Forest did
yeah,
not.
they barely have enough money to compete.
Yeah, but what City has, so they're owned by, what's the guy's name?
Oh, I forget his name.
From the UAE.
A prince, I believe.
Yeah.
So he's paying for all the court stuff.
The country is, yeah.
Mohammed bin Zayed, right? He's the guy that killed Jamal Khashoggi.
Oh, is that guy?
Yeah.
This is the guy that had the reporter chopped
Chopped
into
up.
pieces.
Yes.
And
He's
he
also
owns this fun soccer team.
He also, he's also done a number of other atrocious things. So he owns the soccer team.
Hey, wait, isn't he Saudi? Or no, never mind.
Yeah, UAE, from
It's
Abu Dhabi.
different. Saudi Arabia is different from the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, and we know
I
we know that there's a difference.
Wilfred said no.
Oh, I thought he said yeah. He's
Yeah, I think he said. Wait, yeah, he said yes.
No, but I was getting, because I was also watching videos about Saudi Arabia, because they've got their league, and then they've also got what's it, the Live Golf
Live Golf,
thing?
yep.
Because all of this is about sports washing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, the way that that Manchester City has been breaking the rules is that so you can get money from sponsorships, right?
Oh yeah.
So you just have companies sponsor and pay whatever to be on your jersey or on the signs. A lot of their sponsors are owned by Mohammed bin Zayed.
Okay.
So, like, it's not legal for him to continue to fund this stuff because it's not technically. It's not like he's really blurred the lines.
Oh.
It's not real revenue.
Yeah.
It's like if you had $2 million and you started one company, you started two companies, and you're like, the expenses of one company were the $1 million, or the revenue from one company was you paid $1 million from the other company to the second company, and then you call that revenue. But really, you just had $2 million the whole time, and you just
whatever
you just moved it around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I'll sponsor my own team.
Yes.
So they're making tons of money.
Yes.
And they're able to spend
Well, why
tons of
don't
money.
they put rules against that?
They do have rules against it.
But apparently he can just
this is like unprecedented. They've never had one guy own all the companies that sponsored the team that he also owns.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's not normal. So he's just doing something new and fresh.
Yes.
Well, don't blame the guy for being innovative.
Here's the thing. The whole conversation, the bigger conversation is about sports washing and how, like, he's buying Manchester City to make to distract people from looking at all the awful things that he's doing. Same thing with the Saudi government.
And that's what Russia
as well. Yeah, for the Winter Olympics.
did. Yeah, when they invaded Crimea.
Yeah.
They used sports washing.
When was that?
I want to say 2014.
Okay, yeah.
The Sojis.
Yeah.
Winter Olympics. And everyone's like, oh, look at this, Winter Olympics. And then secretly he just went in and he stole a big hunk of Ukraine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Qatar was the same thing.
Because people don't want to fight when you're sportsing.
So I guess because I was looking it up and I was wondering, like, does sports washing really help? Because every single time, like when we were talking about Qatar in the World Cup, I was like, now I know more about the awful things that they're doing. And same thing with like the UAE and all this, because they're involved in sports. I'm learning more about the awful things that are occurring.
I think we know more, but we just don't care because you get used to it. It's normalized, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, so sports washing is normalized. So it's like, oh yeah, they're cheating, they're winning everything, but it doesn't matter. Little kids are still wearing the jerseys and sponsored. NYCFC is owned by the same
Saudis.
city group. All of New York City,
Yeah.
New York City roots for NYCFC. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's owned by the same people. It's owned by UAE.
Wait, the New York soccer team is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the MLS team. Yeah.
Oh,
Owned
my,
by-
the guy that killed
Khashoggi.
Khashoggi?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was going to root for them this year. Not anymore.
But I guess so. I was looking back all the way to the Berlin Olympics, 1936. This is like in the right before World War II. The Nazis were all in charge. This was I guess the biggest case of sports washing in history. And what happens in sports washing that, like, we understand, okay, obviously they're doing this thing. We can see through it. But there's also all these cases where, like, Jesse Jackson, was that his name? No, Jesse Owens.
Yeah, Jesse Owens.
Yes, Jesse Owens came back from Germany because he was treated so well in Germany. He was treated like an Olympic athlete in Germany. But then he comes back to America and he's treated like a black man in the 30s. And so he came back from the Olympics being like, Germany's actually really cool. Like, those guys are really like, that Hitler guy is really nice. And so because he said that, other people are gonna believe that,
Right.
And so to an extent it does work. It's just you have to figure out who it is that's talking about, like who it is that's believing this.
It's hard. It's like, well, the same thing. Qatar paying illegal bids for the World Cup, right? We know they built the stadiums with like slave labor, and people died in unsafe conditions and
Yeah.
couldn't return to their homes if they didn't want to work anymore because they get their passport taken, right away as soon as they get there. But like they don't care because now Qatar has a seat at the table at FIFA. You know what I mean? It's more about like
Yeah.
you bought like a conversation in like sort of the Western free market world.
Yeah, you get to be around.
Yeah.
That guy was like, oh, and everyone at the table's like, didn't you kill that reporter guy? He's like, yeah, but I got to be here. I own that team.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's right. He does have to be here.
Dang, we need him.
We can't exclude him. He bought a team.
But now he's like, not only do I own that team, but I also own 9 other teams.
Yeah. You get to be in all the groups if you own one of the teams.
Yeah.
You can't cancel an owner.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Robert Kraft.
Mm-hmm.
He got a tug off.
Who's Robert Kraft?
He owns the Patriots.
From Kraft Cheese?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I think so, right?
Is he from Kraft Foods? Is that how he's
I think he's a
billionaire?
Kraft-
Yeah,
I think
he
he's
made
Kraft Foods.
Wow.
Oh.
And then he got in trouble for getting a rub and tug
Oh.
Down in
What?
Florida, I think.
down in Florida.
What?
Yeah.
That's the most innocent thing to do.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's also like, well, he owns the Patriots, so everyone's like, well, he's got to still be on the NFL TV show. He still gets interviewed and stuff.
He got a rub and tug, and people were upset about that.
Yeah, they
That's
didn't like that.
That's such a light, a light misdemeanor or whatever.
What, you don't like rub and tugs?
No, I think rub and tugs, compared to chopping up Jamal Khashoggi,
Yeah.
tug me off.
Well, I mean, when it's up against a murder, I think people didn't like it. How come people didn't like it, Zach?
What, the rub and tug?
Yeah.
Well, because it's like illegal, and those people doing it are like illegal workers. So you could argue they're kind of forced prostitution, sex slaves, that sort of thing.
Yeah, what do you think of that, Wilfred? Huh?
I think that's fine.
Oh, yeah, you're
I
still
think it's.
fine.
I'm still pro tug.
The man was rub and tugged, and because he owns a team, he still gets a seat at the table.
Sex work is still work, Zach.
True. I'm not saying it isn't.
Well, it sounds
But
like
if
you
you're
were.
forced to it, it's not good.
Well, sometimes you have to go to work.
Yeah.
You don't enjoy a 9 to 5 all the time.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps
you can't
and go
tug
jerk
yourself
off an old billionaire.
Yeah, tug yourself up by your bootstraps.
Unbelievable. Sex work is work. I don't think it should be.
Sure,
It should be
I don't think it
unpaid.
Should be. I don't think it should exist at all. We should all have stable incomes to where we don't need to do anything like that.
Oh.
What do you think of that, huh?
All right, Bernie.
Yeah.
There you go.
There should be a UBI to where
He
we
doesn't
don't
believe.
need to
He
sex
doesn't
work.
believe any of this.
No, that's
He
pretty
does
good.
not. You don't believe. Do
I
you
would
s-
like a world where OnlyFans is gone because
Sure.
women don't need to do that to pay their rent anymore.
Okay.
No more fans.
Porn is gone.
Porn is gone?
Sex work is gone, and we all get stable UBI.
Do you actually believe in that?
Who knows? We'll see.
What would we do if porn was gone?
That's so interesting that you believe in that, and you also believe that every homeless person should be in prison.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if they had a universal basic income, maybe they wouldn't be homeless, but maybe they would.
Yeah, if you're still homeless and there's a UBI, that's against the law.
Then you should
Now
be in
you're
prison.
going
see.
to jail.
Then you're going to prison.
Yeah.
This is the world I want.
Okay.
Huh? What do you think of that? Because
Okay
then you
with
can't be like, oh, he doesn't know what. No, you're getting UBI. You can't be out here. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good world I just built.
What if you're not? Can you still beg for change? You have a home, but you just enjoy being out in the corner begging for change.
No panhandling.
No
at all.
panhandling?
you're
Really?
out.
No
No
asking anybody else.
panhandling. No mental illness out in the open.
No showtime on the train.
I love the showtime. I feel like I'm the only one.
You would.
When they come in, I start smiling. I'm like,
Oh,
let's
God.
go. I'm
He's
like,
like,
let's see your
yeah.
dance moves.
You ever give them any money?
Yeah, if I have $1. I'll
Really?
give them
Really?
$1. I love it, dude. It's so entertaining. It's more entertaining than staring at your phone.
All right,
I
you're
remember
allowed to
one
watch.
time I saw these guys come through on a very crowded train, and they were good. They're dancers and they're dancing, and there were like these German tourists by the door, and they're in there going, "Everyone is safe, everyone is safe," and they're like doing kicks, and they were coming so close to kicking the Germans in the face, and you could tell they were so mad. That's worth $1. I love to see. I'll pay $1 to see that. That was awesome.
All right.
There's this lady that I've seen her on the L a couple of times, where she's just an old lady that she'll slap her knee and sing "This Little Light of Mine."
Oh, beautiful.
That's nice.
It's awful.
This little wolf of mine.
She's not good at singing. She sucks. That lady blows.
I love that. That's so fun. I saw back before COVID, there was this dude who would go around playing the saxophone, and he was really bad at it. He wore these weird like lights on his head. And I remember one Halloween he came up. Oh boy,
Is that him?
that's him.
He's calling.
No,
Who was that?
Officially clocking out of work. But he was so bad at the saxophone that he was like, burp, 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 and he was like, money makes me go away.
Oh, I've heard of this guy.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Who was telling me? Somebody
so
was
funny.
telling me about that guy.
Well, there's the guy at the West 4th Street stop who just plays a snare.
Oh.
Not good at it.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I like that.
They
I
made
like
a whole
that
movie.
snare guy.
Drumline, that was only snares. Nick Cannon. If Nick Cannon can do it, this guy can do it.
Plus, when you get off the train, you're walking up that long ramp with the snare going. It sounds like you're getting ready for battle. You're like,
Amped up.
yeah, like, all right, time to go.
All right, I'm gonna go to battle at the Fat Black Pussycat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was that there was that angry?
Are you
shorter
clocking
white
out?
Guy?
Yeah, I've clocked.
Oh, you have to officially
You
clock
have to
out.
press the
Yeah,
button
he's
here.
gotta hit a button.
Oh.
Remember that guy? Do you remember the little way they'd get mad at everybody for not giving him money immediately?
Yeah, that guy.
Can anybody help? No, of course not. No one helps. You immediately get mad and turn. I always love that guy.
That guy was. He I felt bad. He did not bring a good vibe.
Oh,
to
he
the
was
train.
so angry. He gets so annoyed and mad. So yes, under my plan, all of these people would be gone somewhere. They'd be in their own apartment that they pay for through UBI. And if they are not, go to jail.
Straight to jail.
See?
All right,
What do you think of that?
I'm fine with it.
For
and
how long?
also my mental illness. That's got to stay behind closed doors as well.
Keep that to yourself.
If you come out and the cops are like, "Are you off your meds?" You're like, "I am." Jail.
Jail.
Go to jail.
Forced medication.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forced medication. You can't be like, "I can't afford it." No. We know how much you make.
I just saw this thing, and I don't know if it's real, but I saw it on Reddit that like the Republicans are trying to find a way to take away guns. Did you see
No, what? Go
From
on.
whom?
that? From gun owners.
Go on.
Like something about like if you get arrested or something, they take away your gun for like right now they take it away for like 24 hours.
Seems
But now
reasonable.
they're gonna take it away for 72.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I saw a video. I was hoping that you guys had also seen it.
So they're going to take it away for 72 hours.
Yeah.
That's not bad. A little more
Um,
time to cool down.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But also, I was simultaneously I was watching this video about game theory. So game theory is like you. There's this this thing that this guy, the guy from The Beautiful Mind, you know the movie,
Russell Crowe.
the guy that Russell Crowe plays. He made this like little experiment or whatever, where the idea is okay. So you have a diamond, right, and then you have a bunch of money. And the only way to exchange this is you have to go to a field and you have to bury the diamond in a field, right? And then you have to go to another field like 2 miles away and bury the money in a field. And then you're supposed to go to swap places
Wait, why are we doing this?
because you want the diamond and he
We want
wants
to
the money.
trade, but we can't just trade it. Why can't we just trade it with each other?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Because that guy set up these parameters.
Okay.
Okay. Keep going.
So you could go to and bury the diamond, or you can go to the other field having buried, I don't know, a fake briefcase, and then hopefully, ideally walk away with a diamond and the money.
Yeah. Hopefully Jeff followed the rules and I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was saying that that's what like the Cold War was like. So it's like U.S. was like, you get rid of your nuclear weapons, and then Russia was like, no, you get rid of your nuclear weapons. And then the best thing to do was actually to both be selfish and just be like, okay, well, we're just both going to have nuclear weapons because if you attack us, we'll attack you even harder.
Mutual destruction, assurance of destruction, or
Yes.
something like that. Yeah.
And so that in itself created a stability because everyone is afraid of the worst possible outcome. And so that made me think, okay, well, maybe if we just give everyone guns, no one will use guns.
That's
the Sweden idea.
What's that?
Isn't that what Sweden does?
they give everybody a gun.
I think so.
Yeah, you get
Well,
one.
It's like
with the
that's
birth certificate.
that is an argument from the NRA.
Yeah,
They say the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
Sure. Okay.
So,
I think in Sweden they all got guns.
but
That's
you
why
can
the only European country that gets some shootings is Sweden.
What kind of guns? Can they get different kinds, or do they just get each standard issue?
That's where it's like if we all get standard issue 6-shooters,
Yeah,
okay, that's fine.
no one's gonna be killing
Oh no,
anybody.
they have to buy them. So not everyone in Sweden owns a gun, while the country does have a relatively high rate of gun ownership.
What's the rate?
Let's see. To own a gun, it's a strict license. Let's see. The hunting or target practice, got to pass a background check.
But they also probably don't have assault rifles, which is probably the biggest difference between us and them.
No, I think they do.
Really?
Yeah,
You can shoot up a gay nightclub?
probably.
Man, Sweden.
Well, the United States still has the most gun ownership.
Oh.
We still win.
By numbers or percentage?
Oh, maybe by numbers.
Anyways, man, I really regret pressing play on that YouTube video. We were having a good time up until then.
I think I feel that I ruined it by knowing what was happening already.
No,
and
that wasn't your
explaining
fault.
it.
We had an idea because we're trying to figure out how to make this podcast more appealing to new listeners. And we don't know. Like, I was just at a podcast and
Oh yeah, how was that?
it was good. I did Phil Duckett and Turner Sparks podcast, and they have a podcast called Black and White Advice, and they have a good listenership because it's an interesting idea. People write in questions, and you ask the opposite race.
What would you do in this scenario?
Yeah, or like what, or
Should we
you
do
ask them a question.
Should we do black and white advice?
Black and yellow or white and yellow advice.
No, I still want to do black and white.
Okay.
You just got to do black.
Okay.
Wilfred, what would a black person do in this
Yeah,
scenario?
Wilfred,
Yeah.
what do you think?
But so we were trying to find our own little hook like that.
I see. I like that. Well, Democracy Mao, he did a lot of forced stuff, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
just like
forced a
how
lot
I
of stuff.
forced you guys to watch that YouTube video.
No,
I didn't watch it.
enjoyed it. I like learning about Man U.
Manchester City.
Manchester City, Man U City. But no, I think that was nice. And it looks like 37% of the population owns guns. I think in Sweden.
Oh, that's not even that high.
That's a 37%?
That's not what I was. In my ideal
close to
world,
half.
99%.
No.
Everyone owns a gun. That's the only fair way. That's the Cold War way.
Zach, would you ever own a gun?
I would. I
You're
think
from
if
Buffalo.
yeah, not in this city. Obviously, it's illegal. But
You can't own a gun in this city?
not in New York.
I thought they were trying to change that.
I thought you could.
No. Well, you can own a gun. You can't have it here, and you can't shoot it here. You can't.
There's gun ranges here in Queens.
I think you have to pay to rent them or something. Maybe I'm full of it.
should
I
do
was
that.
reading
You're
recently
supposed to
you
shoot
couldn't you could even only have a gun in New York if you're traveling through and it's in a case with a separate case from the ammunition, and
yeah.
you're like, I'm coming through, but I'm going out.
Mhm.
That's the only way you could have it in the city.
So
I thought you could have one in your apartment, like locked up.
I don't think so. Not in New York City.
I was gonna get a gun.
So you get a gun though?
I think I would if I lived in a place where it was illegal. I think I would responsibly own a gun.
Yeah, right.
I've shot guns. I've shot like rifles and stuff like that. And
I've never fired a gun.
shotguns.
You
Never
lose
fired a
your
gun?
temper on somebody on the subway.
Nah.
He's leaning against the pole.
I don't need. I'm not
What can
carrying
I
it
hold
around.
on to?
I could. What if I wanted to go hunting?
He's interrupting showtime.
Yeah, he's ruining
Hey.
showtime.
Enough.
Keep dancing. Waving your gun. Do your showtime.
I got
Flip.
$1 and a gun.
Yeah. Don't let him stop you.
You keep going and you stop.
Waving his gun. I always wanted a little snub-nosed revolver,
Ooh.
like a Columbo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's gonna just like blow out your shoulder when you shoot it.
No, I don't think they're that powerful. Zach, you know, what are they?
Yeah, no, I don't think they're
The
very
little
powerful.
snub nose one.
I don't think you'll-
Tiny
I don't know.
snub nose.
Yeah.
Little short barrel.
Okay.
And you can hand it to people like this.
Would you own a gun?
Would I?
Yeah.
That's what I would get.
Get a little tiny one.
Mm-hmm. You know?
I don't know if I feel like the kid that I would make is gonna put that gun in his mouth or
Well,
something.
yeah.
Like,
If I had a kid, maybe the story changes. I don't have a kid right now, so I say yes. But maybe if I
Just
did.
lock it up.
Yeah, you could lock it up.
I would always put one bullet in the chamber. So if my kid found it, it'd be like Russian roulette.
yeah.
Jesus.
What?
Well, not all the guns have the little spinny chamber.
I'm getting
Actually,
the spinny
very
one.
few of
Yeah.
them
The,
do.
the
I think
snub nose is a spinny one. I want a spinny one.
it's not a chance. If it's not a spinny one, then they're just definitely gonna get it.
No, it'll be spinny. See your kid find the gun. Don't put that down. Don't you dare play one round. Just put it back.
Yeah. Play one round before you put it back. That's what you.
One round.
That's what you say. You find your kid with a gun. You're like,
Yeah.
You know the rules.
Yeah, give me that. And I spin it for him. There. One pull. Just to feel alive. That's how I start my day.
Yeah, that is a good way. Like you, maybe to get 4 more hours on your phone, you have to play Russian roulette.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good.
There you go.
Did you watch the new Squid Game?
Yeah,
I didn't like that they played Russian roulette.
I don't remember much of it.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, I don't
Do you
think I
remember
do.
I haven't watched it.
that? You didn't watch the Squid Game?
I haven't watched the new season.
1 or 2?
I've seen one. I just was like, I think I got the gist.
How do you watch it? Subtitled or dubbed?
I think I watched it dubbed.
He's
if
a
I
dubbed
remember.
guy. Let's go. Me too.
Is that rude? Should I have done
I'm a
subtitle? I've watched
subtitle
other
guy.
things subtitle. I like subtitle.
I tried to watch Love Is Blind Habibi
subtitled. Or?
dubbed, because I was like, I don't care that they're not going to sound smart no matter what, and yeah, it's not cool.
Where is Habibi? What is Habibi?
I think it's in Saudi Arabia.
It's a city in Saudi Arabia.
No, Habibi is like it's a term for like loved one,
Okay.
or like I think you say it for like male loved one or whatever.
I see.
You never heard a guy at a store? Habibi.
Yeah.
They don't love me.
Yeah. You don't get Habibis?
No, I get it.
You watched it dubbed? Were they all just talking like this? I don't know what I want to do.
A lot of it was like just like it's interesting because their cultural values are the exact opposite of what we want.
What do you mean?
Like here, the right thing to say is like, yeah, a woman you shouldn't even have to say that a woman like should be able to work and whatever. But that's an actual conversation that they have to have in Love Is Blind.
They're like, I don't believe the woman's place is on the labor force. They
Yes,
gotta
and
stay
you've got
home
and there are women that are saying that,
okay.
and then some of the men are saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are women that are like, we should be. What are you doing? What are you talking about? We should be working. We should be having as free of a life as you are.
Yeah.
You know. So I watched it for an episode, and it didn't keep my attention.
Yeah.
So I don't care to learn much more about their culture.
You didn't see any.
What the heck, Wilfred?
You didn't see any true love sparking.
Yeah.
No.
Did you agree with the men that were like, women should stay home and clean and cook and stuff?
No, my opinion is that a woman should have a job and pay half of the rent.
What? If you just become conservative, she's doing a great job.
She's not. I don't want to talk about all that.
Well, the idea is you could believe whatever you want, but you just have to live in a society where you're free and empowered to do. If you chose, like, let's say, if a woman chose to work and they should be able to do
Sure.
that. But if they believe that they shouldn't and they don't want to, they should be free to do.
Yeah, they
that
should
as
be
well.
free to also. But then
Right.
as long as you have the community that allows you to do that.
Right.
Yeah. But I would say the same thing about men.
Yeah.
But I don't
Talking
know.
about if women should be free or not?
They should be free.
Is that what you guys are talking about?
Is it enough that, like, do you want your whole culture to believe the same thing, or is it enough that they have the freedom to do it, even and people can disagree whether or not they should?
Wait, what?
So he's saying,
Like-
does the culture all need to think the same thing, or believe the same thing, or is the simple answer just that they have the freedom to do whatever they want, believe whatever that you want?
And you can believe the fundamentalist thing of like, oh, I should stay home and start bearing children.
Yeah.
Oh, but everybody else can do what they want.
Yeah. But if you believe that's what you want to do, you can do it.
I mean, that's kind of how we work. The trad wives are just staying home. Although, no, I guess they want other people to do the same thing that they're doing.
Oh, they want everyone else to believe the same thing they do.
Yeah, usually those people that believe
That's the issue with everything. All of it is like everyone's trying to convert someone else to think the same way that they're thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, so if I want a woman that works.
Yeah.
I would be like, I'm sorry,
Ideally,
I don't like your traditional values. I'm not going to work that hard. You got to get a job too.
Bring home the bacon.
Yeah, and you have to cook and clean. What about that value?
She does it all.
I'd be one of those guys. I actually agree with both of these guys. Cook and clean and a job.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Yeah.
You don't need a wife, you need a single mom.
Yeah, what about...
There's some guys who do that strategy. They're like, oh, see you later.
Yeah, there's some good...
Deadbeat dads.
I'm progressive and traditional. Best of both worlds. I think that's okay.
True.
But if everybody in the culture did the same thing and believed the same thing, it would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Not as much bickering.
It'd be pretty boring though.
Go on.
Wouldn't you think?
If I had Chelsea back home cooking and cleaning, and Teresa was here cooking and cleaning, and we were both
If everyone
we were both making $20,000 a month on this podcast.
If everyone in the culture believed the
It's
same
a great
thing,
world we're talking about here.
But if everyone in this world believed the same thing, then what's the point of having to have any real conversations?
Oh, people can still chat.
Yeah, we can chat. We can go back to the.
We can play gin rummy. We can
I
play
would
card
love
games.
to go back to the conversations about being constipated.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
but there's no need for conversation about culture, political shit, whatever.
I mean, we believe in the same things. We're
Not
chatting.
really.
See, not really.
Yeah, we have a lot of differing opinions.
Like what?
Like you think that Asians are pretty much white people?
No, not pretty much.
Are they not?
Yeah, where do you stand on that, Zach?
Are Asians white people?
Are Asians?
Here's he needs some context.
Yeah.
The question, I saw this survey, and the survey was asking people, do Asians have the experience of other white people, or is their experience in America the same as white people, or closer to the experience of other people of color?
Okay. That I would have no way of knowing.
Yes.
I only know the white experience.
But here's the thing.
Yes.
Here's the thing. A lot of people took a stab at it
and say that Asians have it more similar to white people than they do
or
to
the other way around.
Black, Hispanic,
Yeah.
more similar to.
Where they at on the spectrum?
Take a stab.
I'd say probably they have it easier than black people. Historically, we haven't.
I don't agree with
had
that.
much.
I think that might be part of it.
That'd be rude. And I apologize to everybody.
Yeah, I think that might be part of it though too.
What
is that? When you ask that question, people immediately compare to
slavery.
black
Yeah, sure.
And then everyone's always gonna be like, well, no, it's better. So yes, I guess they lean more towards white people. That might be what the thought process is too.
Yeah, but I don't think that they have that same. They're not questioning Latinos.
Right. Well, you go with the one worst experience that comes to your mind, and
Sure.
then you go, "Is it that?" No.
I think what's actually
but you're saying are Latinos closer to white or black?
people. I'm sure everyone's saying Latinos are closer to black.
You think so?
I think everyone is saying that.
I would say white.
You think everyone's white?
You're just seeing you got Latinos in political office all over the place.
Yeah, black people in political office.
Not as much.
What's his face? Eric Adams.
All right,
Barack Obama.
All right, there's two.
That's a name two Asians
In
political office.
political office?
Ben, who's the guy who's running for mayor of New York?
Oh, you're thinking Yang?
Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
He wasn't in political office. He ran for
He
it.
ran.
Yeah,
he wasn't
he
in.
ran.
He didn't make it.
There's the what's her face? Is it Tammy Duck? something.
Wow. I hope that's her name. Because that is.
Hold on.
What about Bang Ki-moon?
Yeah, that's a racist stab.
No. It was something. Tammy Duckworth. Suck my pecker.
Okay.
United States Senator.
All right, there's one.
Look at her go. I don't know if she is Asian.
Let me see. Yeah, she's Asian.
Okay.
I gotcha. I got you
All
on
right.
that
That
one.
quickly,
we
you were
go.
able to tell.
Yeah.
Look at that. Right off, I got one. And then,
I've got one in my head.
is it Ted?
Nugent?
No, that's the musical guy.
I know. No,
Ted,
Cruz.
no, Ted Cruz is actually Latino.
Yeah.
So-
I could tell by the last name.
I can't think of his name.
There was, the former governor of Washington, Gary Locke,
Yeah.
was Asian.
Is it Ted Lieu?
But anyways, yeah. So that's the question.
Mm-hmm. Is it hard? Yeah. Are they closer to white or other
People of color.
people of color? I don't know. I don't think
So
it's...
in the survey, 70% of white people said that Asians were pretty much white people.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And
Without like what does that even mean? Without a separate culture, like obviously there's more of a distinct Asian
that
culture.
their
than there's
American experience is closer to
They
white-
enjoy
more
more
of the
white privilege than other.
other races. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
And then
the argument
guess what percentage of black people said that they're pretty much white people?
A similar amount, 70.
No. 24.
24% said
Yeah.
they're the same as white people.
Yeah, so most people of color see that Asians are people of color.
But except for white people, we're just like, nah,
Yeah.
you're with us.
But I think it's the difference is financial, because technically Asians make more on the dollar than white people in a lot of states.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is financial, and I think the college
Education, yes,
education.
because the Asians are really flooding the colleges.
You're off
We're-
affirmative action.
Well, Asian protesters were against affirmative action in or like DEI style stuff in like Ivy League, right? Because they were saying
'Cause-
we're being limited in the number.
Yes.
We should have more people getting in.
But I was reading this article about how Asians were actually benefiting from DEI, because there's like 30, I don't know, let's say a lot of colleges, let's say it's like 37% of people in Stanford are Asian.
Mm-hmm.
You have to realize that DEI helped you get to that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I guess Asians are being too greedy, and they're like, there's more of us that deserve to be here.
Sure. I mean, everyone's out for themselves. And
Absolutely.
college application is a very stark example of that, where they're like, you didn't get in. And then you're like, well, why didn't I get in? Because we had to make spots for other people. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, then I'm being fucked. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wants for themselves at that
Found
point.
him. Ted Lieu,
Who's he?
congressperson.
Okay.
Huh. 2. Yes for 2?
You got
I knew
to.
there was.
It just took you 4 minutes.
No, Tammy, I got right out the gate.
Yeah.
And then I said Ted, and I couldn't think of his last name.
All right.
Right, pretty good.
That is pretty good.
So,
I couldn't have named another one outside of Gary Locke.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Well, we're not white. That's
Good to know.
that's my argument.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah.
Not
Asians
white.
not white.
You're right.
Right.
Mark. You're second in line. If there is a line.
But the thing is, the question that
if there's a privilege line, you're
the
second.
conversation that we constantly have about, like, you know, the like Asian guys getting heckled more and all that stuff. There's a lot of like low key discrimination that is thrown our way.
Yeah, I didn't say there isn't. I said you're second in line.
But that discrimination.
I was like, no, it's still way different.
Yeah,
but
still second.
You're next.
But we never get the privileges of being a person of color. Because the privileges that white people afford to people of color, where they're like, oh, we need to let's whisper when they're around. Even like those things that doesn't happen to Asians. There's no respect that we get.
No.
So to an extent, we actually are treated below other people of color.
You're getting the worst of both worlds. You're thinking.
Yes, exactly.
No.
But you're also getting the best of both worlds on the other side.
You're like a middle class white family, to where they don't make enough money to get into nice things, but they make too much money to get any government help into anything. So you got to go to community college.
Yeah, you're making $40,000 a year.
Yeah, and that's the Asian, I would say, experience. Not enough, but more than. So you're right there in the privilege line hierarchy.
More than how though?
More than.
What are the privileges that we're getting that are more than other people of color?
I think it's the privileges would be like more welcome into neighborhoods. I bet that's one.
I mean,
I'm sure it's changed drastically, but if you like look at the 80s and 90s, I think that was Asian people were like more like in the suburbs way before anybody else.
I'd push back, but this is mine is anecdotal.
He's got an anecdotal one.
Yeah, because
anecdotal. I got one too. Let me make one up.
I have an anecdote as well.
Really?
My parents were the second Asian family to move into this neighborhood that they currently live in. Now the entire neighborhood is all people of color because the city of Seattle, white people flooded back into Seattle and then pushed all of the people of color to the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
But we were the second family. The first family, I think, had someone spray painted the word chink on their garage door. And then our family, there's a lot of vandalism it was like they were breaking in the windows of our car that were in the driveway. And then there's some kids that kicked open our screen door.
Jesus, because targeting you because of you're Asian.
Possibly.
Yeah.
The issue is that you can't say that it's because you're Asian.
Right, but
his dad owed a lot of money.
Yeah.
Around town, it was just like
my dad owed a lot of money to these child bookies.
That'd be funny if you were a bookie and you sent your kid. You're like, go kick in his screen door.
Yeah. Wilfred, no, your dad just owns $40K.
That is disturbing. Nobody likes to hear that sort
This
of.
is
Yeah,
what, the
that's right.
90s?
This was the 2000s. My parents moved there 2000, I think 1999 or 2000.
2000? It was
Yeah.
in this century? Well, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, that never happened in my neighborhood.
You were kicking in black people and Latinos.
If anybody was getting discriminated against,
We're
it wasn't
keeping the
Asian.
delineation of people of color.
That's right. We'd let the Asians watch.
Come on, gather around.
Yeah, they all watch.
You'd be like, come again. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do a hate crime. We in my neighborhood we had a family. There were it was mostly white. It was like double cul-de-sac. There was like a couple black families, and then there was a Vietnamese family moved in, and they put out giant tiger statues at the end of their driveway, and some asshole woman wrote a letter and went around and put an anonymous letter in everyone's mailbox that said and also my dad, we had a big front lawn and my dad put up an ice rink. You just put up some plywood boards and put water in there. And so we would have an ice rink in our yard. They had their statues up. Someone's like, people are around here devaluing the property by putting up giant tiger statues and ice rinks and stuff. They threw us in there to try to make it seem like they weren't being racist.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, they're being so racist. And then at the neighborhood party later that year, the father was upset at the end of the party and was crying and telling one of the neighbors I put that there because my father back in Vietnam sent us these statues, and it would have been such a great dishonor to my family for me to not put them out, and it was terrible. And I was like, who gives a fuck? Let him have the statue.
I don't understand the whole the neighborhood has to look good thing. Make your house look good. Worry about that.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't like that lady? Yeah, you're not liking the tiger statues?
Yeah.
I mean, it probably didn't go in with the overall theme.
The overall theme of non-statue.
Yeah, you ever think of the theme?
Yeah.
You know?
The theme of white people.
Yeah.
No,
Fit in
no.
with our
We have this,
theme.
we have this
No.
white
Fit
suburb
in
theme.
our
I'm just
theme.
talking just the theme of the neighborhood. You got, white picket fence, a goose wearing a raincoat, a couple lawn gnomes, and then tigers?
Yeah.
That doesn't add up.
You're right. What is so strange about that though? Probably that it's from the other side of the world.
We have a specific neighborhood association. No tigers,
Ruins
please.
the theme.
No, nothing scary.
You got like a hummingbird, wind chime.
Maybe just
and then tigers.
a bear dressed like just like an English guard or whatever.
Oh, Wilfred.
Yeah.
You whiffed on that one.
I know I did.
But then you can have like a cowboy cutout, like the shadow of a cowboy.
Sure.
Leaning against a post.
None of these were
Next to
existent.
tigers doesn't make any sense. I agree with this lady. I'd be like, lady, look at the theme of the neighborhood.
I tried to
Tigers
hunt her
don't
down.
fit.
I wrote my own letter, signed my name to it, and I was printing out copies to put in all the.
You guys should have put
in all
out
the
dragons.
mailbox. I should. Yeah, I wanted to. I was like, "Fuck you, you coward! Like, show yourself. You're anonymously being racist and rude to me and them because we had the ice rink."
Yeah.
And like, my parents stopped me from doing it.
Oh, really?
I was gonna put a letter in every mailbox with my name on it and the address and be like, "Come talk to us like an adult."
Come at me, bitch.
Yeah, don't put anonymous letters. So cowardly.
Yeah, well, you know what they should have done? Just put like a Cincinnati helmet on those tigers.
Ooh, the Bengals.
We're Bengals fans.
That would have been a big ass helmet. These were big old statues.
Were they big old
Yeah, they were cool. I loved
How
them.
big were they?
They were like so tall as this ceiling here.
Whoa, really?
8-foot tall statue of tigers.
That's not
Too
8 feet
big.
tall.
That's how tall is
Two.
That's not 8 feet tall. That's
Two like 5 to 6 feet. Maybe not tall as this.
That's
ceiling.
9.
Two like 6-foot tiger statues. They were
it?
cool.
6-foot tiger
Yeah, yeah.
statue.
I like. They had them at the end of the driveway after
the raincoat
Yeah.
and the lawn. gnome?
a goose that you get it dressed differently for each season and holiday.
Yeah, you gotta dress up your goose. And then you got these giant tigers that don't fit with the theme.
No, I think they eventually moved him back towards the house, and I felt so bad. For
I
them.
would hope so.
I was like,
Can you imagine driving down that neighborhood? Oh, what the heck are those? Stick it out.
Jeff, you're gonna be such a good PTA mom.
tiger statues. No,
Yeah.
move them back.
I'm sorry, but do we have tigers in this half of the world? We have geese.
Think about it.
All right, Zach. Thanks for being on the pod.
Thanks so much.
How
for
do we
having me.
how do we follow you?
On Instagram at Zachary D Swan.